What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth. So I think we're finally getting some closure between these two old friends, Charlemagne and Joe Budden. Now, if you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can know when I post every single day. Now, Charlemagne went on his podcast last week and basically addressed the reason why he's been silent on Joe Budden's issues that's been going on. He basically said, yo, I'm not going to talk about this guy anymore. We're not friends. We'll have conversation in private and everything will seem fine. And then he'll go to the public, aka his podcast, and act like they have an issue, act like Charlemagne doesn't know how to do business. For that reason, Charlemagne said, you know what? I'm not mixing business with friendship anymore. I'm ending this friendship. He will never hear from me. The bridge has been burned between me and Joe Budden. Now, Joe addressed this on his podcast today. He basically felt like Charlemagne has been trying to devalue him since 2010 when Joe Budden was rapping. And also says that any chance Charlemagne gets to basically stab him in the back, to kick his back in, Charlemagne takes full advantage of it. Here's what Joe Budden said.
I got on Charlemagne because he appeared to be going out of his way to devalue me. One of the most prominent voices in this media thing, for that one instance where it appeared that I was down, used all of his platforms and all of his might to continue to push the narrative that they fucked it up. Joe fucked it up. Joe don't know business. It's all of the nasty shit that I'm staying away from because my moral compass tells me to stay away from it, even if I mention it. But all of that stuff is a pow. It make you back up just a little bit. It make you reassess some things. Enter Joe's viewpoint on Duke. Since 2010, he has sat on that platform kicking my back in. When I appeared to be down, anybody that had something negative to say, he spoke to them. He added fuel to anything that was negative Joe. 2010 to 2014, 15, not a mention of an album, music, none of that, but who cares? Because Joe's meteoric rise, it didn't look possible. But then it happened. And then there was still these passive-aggressive attacks to devalue me while I'm trying to gain capital for me and 50 other people. I had a real problem with that.
Now, I think Joe Budden was referring to the times where Charlemagne interviewed Tahiri, and Tahiri told that awful story about Joe Budden allegedly jumping on her stomach or something like that. And then also the dog situation that came up, which Joe did mention that on his podcast, so that was kind of free game, right? But this is what Joe said. He's been feeling like Charlemagne has been trying to stab him in the back. Now, if you're a smart person, right, the next best question that pops into your head when someone says this is, wait a minute. If you knew this guy has been trying to hurt you, trying to assassinate your character for a whole decade now, right? Why do you still continue to work with him? If you guys don't know, Joe Budden and Charlemagne had a show together on Revolt, and they also did the pull-up together. So they have or had a working relationship. Now, I do have to commend Ish for asking Joe Budden this tough question. And boy, did Joe Budden dance all around this question. He was looking like LeBron James in that new Mountain Dew commercial, the way he was dancing all over this question.
This just adds to my question. If you said from 2010, roughly till now, he's been doing X, Y, and Z to harm you, why do you chop it up with this nigga, man?
The gig is the gig.
That's why I differ.
The gig is the gig.
That's why I
differ. Gig is the gig. See, Ish, and this is where I differ. I just said this to Mandy on the phone this morning. She said, how you doing? How's your mental health? I said, Mandy, when everybody chooses their goal in life or their path, you have to take what comes on that path.
You do. I agree with that.
I chose this.
You're right.
I picked this.
You're right.
They're going to throw their stones. They're going to throw bricks. They're going to want to see me fall on my fucking face. They're going to want to see me rise, fall, get loved, be hated. They're going to want all of that shit. And I'm prepared to get it because I chose this path. I'm with all the smoke. I have no reason to ever be mad at a Charlemagne, even with him doing all of that shit that he did.
You ain't got to be mad, though. It's just saying,
we
like,
don't have to be besties.
Right. Disagree.
I'm not
Disagree.
I think.
Let me tell you something.
Agreeing with Ish a little bit.
Yeah,
on that.
I know, but I'm trying to tell y'all something, and then y'all can respond to it. Listen to this. Charlemagne not liking Joe Budden, and damn, see, this is what I wanted the podcast to be, transparent time. Charlemagne not liking Joe Budden is at the lowest of totem poles.
Indeed.
The lowest of the totem poles. He alters nothing for me. He changes nothing in my world. Where I'm going, there's the hedge fund niggas that don't like me. There's the board members that don't like me. There's the racist people at the companies that don't like me. It's the racism in advertising that don't like me. It's real fights with people that do not like me that I have to exhaust energy on to eat and to feed people and to get my... Charlemagne is not that.
So not only did we get the typical spiel from Joe Budden about how people up there don't like him, how board members are trying to keep him down, how people don't want him to get the information for the creators, how he's fighting for the creators and he has a much bigger fight out there. But we also got to know how Joe Budden operates in business. Even if he doesn't like you, even if things are not so great with you, he's still going to work with you for the sake of business. Oh, this is very similar to Rory Mall's situation with Joe Budden. Things weren't the best the last 4 months when they were doing podcasts and working together. But Joe Budden still continued to work with them, still power through. You can call that phony or you can call that somebody who's smart in business. Let me know what you guys think about this, man. I think we got to know a lot more between Joe Budden and Charlemagne. To be honest with you guys, I don't see them working it out. I think that they're just going to go their separate ways. Too much has been said about each other. But again, these are two people that don't mind looking fake and phony and don't mind going back on their word. So anything can happen. Tell me what you guys think about this, man. Post your comments below. Subscribe to my channel. See you guys later.